let's move on to more with multiplication and division. Now, I have a feeling this is going to be a quick one because I have done multiplication on this channel. And as you know, I learned it by sort of memorizing times tables. So I have a feeling that a lot of these topics are going to breeze by really quick. Let's find out though. Find the missing factors, one-digit multiplication. Let's go. Oh, hey, what did it do? Oh, I love it. Look how perfectly this worked out. I have such good luck today. See how perfectly this worked out. We sometimes use stars instead of letters in young ages so we don't confuse students too early with letters. Apparently, Khan Academy thinks 3rd grade is a good time to start introducing letters, but we're not done with symbols yet. And we're still going to use stars and question marks and blanks and all of that other stuff going forward. It's not until like junior high or high school that you really start exclusively using variables. And a quick hint, you can still use symbols for your variables if you want. You can just say that x equals star with a smiley face in it, and then you can use that for the rest of the problem, and your teacher has to take it. They literally have to. Anyway, I used to troll my teachers a lot like that. Star is 1. 45 is 5 times 9. Find the missing value. 14 is 2 times 7. And then 4 times 5 is 20. Like I said, once you really start to get that down, once your child or your student starts to get the times tables down, it's going to start falling off really quick. It just takes practice. And again, you don't have to memorize the times tables. It is a more expeditious way of getting to other things later, and you will probably end up memorizing the times tables at some point just because of how many times you do the multiplication. Find missing divisors and dividends. So the divisor is the number that is being divided. And the dividend is the number that is, no, that's not right. That doesn't sound right. Divisor is clearly the thing that's doing the dividing, and the dividend is the thing being divided. See, once again, I almost gave bad information, but my knowledge of linguistics and the words involved saved the day. Math and linguistics, they are so closely interlinked, it's not even funny. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 3 is, 27 divided by 9. I almost said 3? I almost said 3. Why did I almost say 3? What did my brain do that made me, just my first impulse, I managed to obviously get it under control before I hit enter, but I was about to put the number 3 in there, and what I think I did was, I think I just switched the sides. Because if it was 3 equals 9 divided by blank, that would be correct, right? If it was 3 equals 9 divided by blank, then the answer would be 3. Anyway, bit of a tangent, but once again, no shame if you get your order wrong, especially if you're going too fast. What is the value of n? 45 divided by 5 is 9. And then 10 is 10 divided by 1, because anything divided by 1 is itself. And that is missing divisors and dividends. Like I said, this multiplication and division gets a lot faster once we get away from the dreaded fractions. Multiplication and division word problems within 100. Word problems are another thing that for some reason folks are as afraid of or more so than fractions, especially when they come together. But remember that all problems are word problems, right? Every single problem that you've ever faced in your entire life, you have expressed either in your head or verbally or on paper in words. All problems are word problems, okay? So don't be afraid. This is just the same thing you literally do every day of your life. After a game, Lily's baseball team went out for ice cream. There are 9 players on the team. They each ate 2 scoops of ice cream. That's 9 times 2 is 18 scoops total. For field day, Mr. Cotman had 49 water balloons. He gives each group 7 balloons. 49 is one of those numbers that I'm not sure why, but it sticks in your head really fast because it does not look like a number that should be a multiple of 7. It just doesn't, right? It's one less than 50. It doesn't look like 7 and 49 belong together. So for some reason, it sticks in my head that 7 times 7 is 49, specifically because it looks like it shouldn't. I hope that made sense. George is making scrambled eggs for his family for breakfast. There are 4 people. They can each eat 2 eggs. So that's a total of 8 eggs altogether, nowhere near as many as Gaston. Let's talk a little bit about Gaston. Gaston eats 4 dozen eggs when he was a kid. 4 times 12 is 48. And now that he's grown, he eats 5 dozen eggs. 5 times 12 is 60. Where are all these eggs coming from? 60 eggs every morning. How do we feed this man? Gaston is a blight on the land. Let's move on. To start a card game, 36 cards are dealt equally to 6 players. That is 6 cards per player. I actually have no idea how often chickens lay eggs. But still, 60 eggs a day seems excessive. All right, quiz 1, and then onward to the associative property of multiplication. Don't worry, just a big word for you can do multiplication in whatever order you want. We'll get there. Let's do quiz 1 first. 24 is 8 times 3. Again, 27 divided by 9 equals 3, and again, I almost reached for the 3 key. I don't know what's going on there. Actually, I do. I explained it, but I don't know why it's still stuck on me. A roller coaster has 4 cars. Each one holds 10 people. That's 40 people. Speaking of roller coasters, I tried out a VR roller coaster game recently, and I've never had 5 times 8 is 40 motion sickness from VR before, but that game did it to me, so I had to take it down or take it off really fast. Which is too bad because it looked amazing and it looked incredible and I really enjoyed it up until my stomach said we're not enjoying this anymore. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Took me a moment. Don't worry, I took the headset off before I got anything more than a little bit queasy.